November 3rd, 2025. It happened deep in the night. 1,500 kilometers inside Russia. Far beyond the front lines, far beyond what Moscow believed was even possible, multiple Ukrainian drones slipped past Russian defenses and struck one of Russia's key petrochemical hubs in the Ural Mountains, a place the Kremlin considered completely untouchable. And today, Moscow is stunned. Stay with me, because what happened next triggered blackouts across entire regions, airport shutdowns, emergency mobilizations, and a response from Russia that could reshape the next phase of this war. This wasn't a small hit, it wasn't an isolated strike, and it certainly wasn't an accident. Over the last 48 hours, Ukraine launched more than 85 long-range drones at multiple Russian regions, and for the first time, Russia's vast rear, the territory it thought was safe, is now burning. Before we break down the footage, the targets, and the consequences, watch carefully, because this strike has opened a new chapter in the war, one the Kremlin desperately didn't want. And right after this breakdown, I'll reveal why this strike could force Putin to move troops away from Ukraine. So what exactly was hit? The main target was the Stерлitamak petrochemical plant in Bashkortostan, a region located in the Ural Mountains, almost closer to Kazakhstan than to Ukraine. According to Russian officials, here's what happened. 2 Ukrainian long-range drones approached the industrial complex. Both were reportedly shot down. But debris continued forward, slammed into the plant's water treatment facility, causing a structural collapse. 5 workers were inside. None were injured. But the hit damaged infrastructure critical to producing materials for aviation fuel, plastics, and chemical industries. Meanwhile, Russia's Ministry of Defense claims 83 additional Ukrainian drones were intercepted across 8 different regions, including Voronezh, Nizhny Novgorod, Belgorod, Kursk, Volgograd, Lipetsk, Bashkortostan, and Saratov. But local officials tell a different story. Several of those intercepted drones still managed to cause fires and power outages, which leads us to the fact that multiple regions were hit with long blackouts spread across the city. This was not a single strike. This was a coordinated deep strike operation. This is the big one. Ukraine reportedly hit the Aran Lukoil North Sea refinery, one of the largest refineries in Russia, with 17 million tons annual capacity. Now a quick question for you. Do you think deep strikes like this help Ukraine more militarily or politically? Drop your thoughts below. So how did Ukraine reach this far? According to Ukrainian intelligence sources, over 50 Bober and FPV drones were used in the Nizhny strike alone. These aren't imported systems. They're Ukrainian-made, long-range, cost-effective, and extremely difficult to intercept. And the fact that they reached Bashkortostan, Nizhny Novgorod, Volgograd, Kursk shows that Ukraine now has a consistently reliable long-range strike capability. This is massively important. Even without U.S. Tomahawk missiles, which Trump still hasn't approved, Ukraine is finding ways to project power deep into Russian territory. If you've watched this far, hit subscribe. We break down these operations with real analysis, not propaganda. Let's also quickly talk about the Moscow's response. Russia's reaction has been unusually shaky. Kremlin claims all drones were shot down. But fires, explosions, and shutdowns contradict that. Putin warns the U.S. not to give Tomahawks. He said that would be a new stage of escalation. Regions begin forming reservist anti-air units. Some governors are training civilians to help defend infrastructure. Moscow media is trying to downplay the damage, but satellite images show fires visible from kilometers away. Russia blames Ukraine for terrorism. But under international law, Refineries and logistics hubs feeding the war effort are legitimate military targets. The truth? Ukraine is doing exactly what Russia has done to Ukrainian power plants for nearly 3 years, but with far less firepower. And now, Russia is nervous. What do you think? Are deep strikes the future of this war? Or will Russia find a way to stop them? Drop your take in the comments. And watch the next episode where we break down how Ukraine is developing drones with 2,000-kilometer range.